Hey everybody, welcome back to the Crypto Investor Toolkit. In this video, we're going to cover your primary indicator, the CT Moving Average Crossover Indicator. This is probably one of the most important videos in this entire course, so make sure you guys bookmark this one. Let's go ahead and dive straight into this thing. So here we are on TradingView, and I'm going to go ahead and click on Indicators and type in CT Moving Average Crossover, and the one that we want is the one by the caretaker. Okay, so now let's go ahead and go into the settings. So go ahead and go to the upper corner, hover over the indicator, click on the settings cogwheel, and the first thing that you want to do is uncheck the moving average crossover info panel. Let's get rid of that, and let's go ahead and uncheck everything here except for the top one. All right, let's go ahead and change this first one here to a 5, and let's change this from SMA to EMA. That means exponential moving average. Let's click on the second one. Let's make this orange, and let's make this a 9, and let's also make that an exponential moving average. On this third one, let's make this yellow, and let's make this a 21, and let's switch that to an exponential moving average. Let's click on this one. Let's make this green. Let's make this a 55, and make sure that is an exponential moving average. And this one, let's make it blue, and let's make this a 50, and let's make this one a simple moving average. And for this sixth one here, let's go ahead and make this one purple. Now, in one of our earlier videos in this course where we went over the altcoin strategy number 1, which was your hodling 2.0, we had the 200 as a simple moving average, but let's make this one a 200 exponential moving average, just so that it's a little bit more updated and a little bit quicker to react to the market. What I'm going to do now is I'm just going to save these settings, and you guys can always, undo those settings and reset the settings if you want to. Okay, so that thing is saved. Now that we have the settings for this thing all set up, I'm going to show you guys 3 different strategies of using this thing, and each one has a different level of intensity. The first one is a basic strategy, the second one is an advanced strategy, and the third one will be the master strategy. And before we do that, let's go ahead and change our candles to hollow candles, just so it's a little bit easier to see what's going on the chart. Let's go ahead and go into the basic strategy. Let's go ahead and go over our indicator, click on settings again, and we just want to turn off all of these except the top one. Let's just leave the 5 exponential moving average on. Okay, now the way that this strategy works is very simple, you guys. When price closes a solid green candle above the 5 exponential moving average, it's a sign that the market's going to go up. When the price prints a red candle below the 5 exponential moving average, it's a sign that the market's going to go down. If you go ahead and go over the charts, you're going to see that this thing works pretty good. Of course, you're going to lose about 7%, maybe going sideways, getting chopped up. But for the most part, you're going to be gaining 30% using this basic strategy. So that's it. It's a pretty basic strategy, but sometimes it's not the best. Like, how would you see that one coming, right? So that's why we have different levels of intensity for this indicator. Okay, so this next strategy is the master strategy, and this one is really going to help you guys out a lot. So let's go ahead and go back into our settings and get those all set up for using our master strategy. So what we're going to do is we're going to just turn on 6 of these. We're going to turn on the red 5 exponential moving average, the orange 9 exponential moving average, the yellow 21 exponential moving average, the green 55 exponential moving average, the blue 50 simple moving average, and the purple 200 exponential moving average. Those are our settings for this master strategy using this indicator. So we got ourselves a nice little rainbow here, and we've made all of these moving averages in the appropriate orders of the colors of a rainbow. By the way, everything you're watching right now is part of my Crypto Investor Toolkit, and I decided to put the entire thing on YouTube for free because it's exactly what I wish I had when I first started in this space. Now, if you want to go deeper, I've also built the advanced modules. That includes my full altcoin list where I break down every category of the hottest layer 1s, decentralized finance, the AI coins, the memes, and all of that. Plus, I provide 100 target levels for all of those things using Fibonacci levels, adoption curves, ChatGPT backtesting, and much more. Plus, we've also created some amazing Bitcoin price prediction modules that you guys are going to be able to reuse every single cycle, even though Bitcoin is going to constantly be evolving every 4 years. Now, you guys have seen other people's Bitcoin price predictions before, but the one that we have is so meticulous in advance, and we've used so many different methods for calculating it. I think you guys are going to be blown away when you see that there's nothing else like this on YouTube. There's nothing else like this on Twitter. It's kind of curated information over years of work, and So it's something that we're really proud of. And I think once you guys see it, you're gonna see how much it stands out compared to other Bitcoin price prediction methods. Links below if you want in. Now let's get back to the video. Because everybody knows the correct order of colors within a rainbow. So for the most part, you guys, what you really want to pay attention to is the first 5 colors: the red, orange, yellow, green, and blue. The purple 200 exponential moving average, being above the 200 exponential moving average or below is critical, and it's very rare when that happens. If it's below the 200, it's not good, and if it's above, it's pretty much good, right? So for the most part, that purple line is going to be pretty obvious for you guys. Let's focus on these first 5 colors. They're all lined up. That's a strong sign. Price just continues upward. So this thing just pretty much goes up for months. Now price starts to go sideways and the green dips slightly below the blue, but that's just a bunch of people trying to short get liquidated, and boom, price just goes up even more, right? For the most part, you know, our rainbow is still intact, right? And finally, our rainbow is no longer intact, and you know, that's not good. This is your chance to get out. So with this strategy, you guys, we can just keep it simple, and let's just pay attention to the red line crossing below the orange, the 5 crossing below the 9. So that's a chance for us to get out. Do we want to? We want to go over our checklist. Is our rainbow really collapsing or not, right? We can see here that the 5 crosses below the 9 here, and we could get out then. Our rainbow's not perfect anymore, it collapsed, that's not good. And then all of a sudden, we have our rainbow back. That is very bullish, that's an upward trend in motion. And then our rainbow collapses, and we don't have to be a part of this, right? The 5 crossed below the 21, we could get out there. Okay, so now price bounces back up. Now, do you really want to get in here? Well, you don't have to, right? I mean, is there a trend in motion? There's not, right? Whenever you guys have all of your colors in the proper order, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, you should be in the market, okay? That's your perfect rainbow. That is your trend in motion. Whenever you have an upside down trend in motion, that's bad, right? That is an inverted trend in motion. That is very bearish. Look at this chaos back here. Right? This is when the market crashed back in November of 2021. We had an inverted trend in motion. It's just pure chaos. You guys don't have to be a part of this. An entire year of just crashing. So inverted trend in motion all the way down below the 200. I mean, you don't want to be a part of that, right? You should be shorting this if you're going to be in this market. Now, the thing is, you guys, is that these indicators don't work that well when the market's going sideways, right? It works really good in an uptrend or a downtrend, right? So you can get chopped up when the market's going sideways. So for the most part, you guys, if you see a rainbow and there's an uptrend, that's a good sign to be in the market, right? That's an uptrend, right? If you see a rainbow, but it's not really an overall uptrend macro, I mean, if you think about it, you guys, this overall macro is a little bit more sideways. That's not really an uptrend, right? So if we see a rainbow, but we don't see an uptrend macro, then we don't need to trust that signal. If we see a rainbow and it gets above this price, yeah, we want to be a part of that. This is all relevant to what time frame that you're on, right? But for the most part, this is just a gigantic 7-month sideways range-bound consolidation, right? Bitcoin's getting ready to freaking moon. I don't really think that this thing's going to go sideways much longer. I'm going to draw my trend lines here. What are my trend lines telling me? It pretty much tells me that there's been a change of trend. This thing can only go up, down, or sideways, right? Well, what stage of the cycle are we in? I think this is the beginning of an uptrend. We're about to have a complete trend in motion here with red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and purple. That's as bullish as it gets right there, okay? So that is the master strategy of using the CT crossover moving average indicator. You guys can add additional indicators to this thing to assist it, like, you know, the stochastic RSI or whatever you want. But when it comes to indicators, this is the one indicator I really want you guys to master. There's thousands of indicators out there. Just master this one and then start adding the other stuff to your arsenal. Okay guys, well that is it for this video of the CT crossover moving average indicator, your primary indicator for messing around with cryptocurrency. I hope this helps. I'll see you guys in the next video. When I first got into crypto in 2017, it would have been a game changer had somebody provided me a free course like this. But the difference between surviving and actually winning in this market is knowing when to enter and when to exit. That's exactly why I built the Advanced Toolkit, which you can get at cryptoinvestortoolkit.com. Inside, you'll get my full altcoin list broken down by sectors like AI, layer 1s, layer 2s, decentralized finance, and complete with 100 price targets so you know where to take profit. You'll also get the Bitcoin price prediction system. Now, I know that sounds crazy, but once you dive into this system, you're going to be blown away once you see how much energy we put into it and how many methods we put it through. It's the most meticulous Bitcoin price prediction analysis ever. And as Bitcoin continues to evolve, you'll be able to apply this to every Bitcoin cycle moving forward. This is going to help people know when Bitcoin is overheated, and it's also going to let them know when it's oversold. So if you don't want to be left guessing when to sell, grab the Advanced Toolkit by clicking the link in the description below. Otherwise, click here to watch the next video.